Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sober. This video is a little long overdue. Talk about the meta, what you should play in Season 3, and kind of how everything interacts. Uh, it's going to be short, quick, and easy because the real answer is play whatever you want to play. It doesn't matter. I've run with Affliction Warlocks who are pulling crazy damage. I play with, you know, uh, Master Hunters who have higher scores than me. It doesn't matter what you play. If you've got, if you're looking to form a group and you're not inviting somebody to your class or to your key because you feel like a specific spec isn't good enough, you're wrong. The meta is only there for groups that are pushing the highest end content and highly what's the word? That they're highly organized. So like Survival Hunter, Windwalker, Monks, Destrolocks, the big pumper DPSs. If you're not fully maximizing that class, their cooldowns, their tier sets, their double legendaries, and you have a tank that will help you maximize those, you're going to do just as much damage as an Affliction Warlock in the key. And let's face it, you're in looking for group, you're going for a pug, you're not in a highly organized group. So play whatever you want to play. And if you're listing a key and you're rejecting classes because based on their class, nothing else, just see their class and say, okay, I don't want an Affliction Warlock. You're not going to fail your key because you took an Affliction Warlock. I promise you. You're not going to fail your key because you took an Affliction Warlock. You're going to fail your key because of other reasons. If one player is the deciding factor of your key, you've got problems. If an Affliction Warlock or a Feral Druid are what is going to make or break your key, you were doomed from the start. You were never going to time your key. Real talk. You were never going to time that key if you couldn't get it together because you didn't take an Affliction Warlock. Now, what I'm saying is an appropriately geared character should have no problem doing that content. A 252 doing 10s, a 260 doing 15s, a 270 something doing 18s and up. Now, when you start pushing those 20 pluses, then you may want to. Then you're going to start looking into the meta. But even those, you can get away with Affliction Warlocks, maybe Feral Druids. I don't have much experience with Feral Druids. This season, I really haven't seen any. But I am curious, so stay tuned to the channel because I am going to be messing around with a Feral Druid in keys. So we're going to put them up there at S tier. But reality, just based on what I've run with people, where I would put, different specs in different classes. I mean, most of them are in this, A and B tier. Like, I really haven't run with anyone who is, E tier or D tier, where I'm looking at it and they're just so far behind. When you take into account their item level and everything else, this is probably the most balanced you will ever see a season from Blizzard. As far as healers go, I've been running with a Disc Priest who I have better luck with than I do with our Holy Priests. So, now, to be fair, he's a badass Disc Priest, but still, I would rather take somebody playing a subpar spec but knows it than somebody who's playing a meta spec and has no freaking clue what they're doing. Because if you're playing a meta spec and have no idea what you're doing less DPS than this Feral Druid right here, so you're not helping me. If you were playing a a Blood DK, but you have no idea how to play it, you're going to be just as squishy as, say, a Demon Hunter tank or a Brewmaster. I would rather play with a Brewmaster who knows what they're doing or a Demon Hunter tank who knows what they're doing instead of, the Blood DK who has no clue. Because the player that has no idea what they're doing, sure, they're playing a meta class, but if they don't know how to play that class, you're losing out on their damage, on their self-healing. You're losing out everywhere around. So when you're forming your keys or you're in groups with keys, it doesn't matter what you play. So the long and the short of this video is play what you want. If you want to play a meta character, learn it. Learn it to the fullest ability that you can. Don't just say, oh, I'm playing a meta character. It's easy mode. I can just mash buttons. If you want to just mash buttons, play Demon Hunter. No, I'm kidding. There's a little bit more to it than just mashing buttons. But play what you want. Forget what everybody else says. You have to play this class or this spec to be viable. Play what feels right to you, and the rest of it doesn't matter. I promise you, you can do whatever you want to do in this game, playing whatever class you want to play. It doesn't matter what the meta is, unless you're pushing Race to World first or MDI going for the win. Class and spec doesn't matter. You can play Outlaw Rogue if you want to. You can play Beastmaster Hunter. You can play Arms Warrior in keys, Feral Druid, Ret, Arcane Mage, Disc Priest, and you can hit a 3K IO. You just got to put the work in. That's all it is. Put the work in. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. That's my short little conclusion of this season's meta. There is no meta. It's all a lie. Play whatever you want. You're going to top the charts as long as you know what you're doing. On that note, if anybody still needs help getting their KSM, working towards keys, needs help running stuff, jump in stream Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 to 12 Eastern Time, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 12 Eastern Time. If you have questions, pop it in chat. I'm going to leave a link in the video below, but it's SilverTool123 on Twitch. Jump in the Discord. It's also on the channel description. And stay tuned. I think Sundays are going to be my Breaking the Meta day. I haven't decided on a class yet, but I think I'm going to run Feral Druid and pug my way to a 2500 rating, and we'll see where I go from there. But as always, thanks everybody for tuning in. Catch y'all later.